2/3 of prescription drug abuse in Colorado is tied to unused drugs lying around our homes. That's according to the state's attorney general. Police in southern Colorado held drug take-back events today to try and stop that problem. KRDO News Channel 13's Olivia Wilmson shows us how the program works and explains the plan for the future.
It's the 8th time Colorado's held a drug take-back event. Every 6 months for the last 4 years. Okay, yeah. And every so often, people like Tom Peach stop by.
Our neighbor used to own a drugstore in Manitou. And when he sold the drugstore, he had to get all the stuff out of there, so he put all these pills in his basement.
Peach says that was about 10 years ago.
He asked us to clean up his basement for him, and I found all these pills down there. It was a terrible mess.
And every time we see a gentleman like Tom, who's bringing a supply of prescription drugs that's been sitting around for 10 years, sometimes they have to drag it in big boxes.
And that's what happened here. All hands on deck to empty the Peach car trunk.
It gives you an indication of how much of these drugs are out there and available for young people to steal and use.
Colorado's collected 65 tons of prescription drugs in 4 years. State leaders are trying to make it possible to drop off drugs on a regular basis, putting bins at places like police stations. The problem right now is finding a way to safely get rid of them.
There's a bill being finalized in Congress that will give broader authorization for destruction.
These bags and bags of drugs will eventually be incinerated.
Because you get an idea sitting here for 4 hours on a Saturday how big the demand is. It's really amazing.
We didn't know what we was going to do with it. So it was a good thing they had this.
In Colorado Springs, Olivia Wilmson, KRDO News Channel 13.
Attorney General Suthers says only 1/3 of prescription drug abuse is because of prescription fraud. He says he'd like to see every police station have a drug drop-off bin.